Okay, great. So we'll be starting today with political science, and I hope you would enjoy this session. I have some doubts that are coming up here, so definitely I'll be covering all those doubts. We have a doubt resolution session at 12:30 today, so you can just join in, and I'll be just noting down the doubts that are already sent up here. So we'll be including those in the discussion as well. In the meanwhile, if you have other doubts, you can just put up here as well, so we'll incorporate it at 12:30. Okay, now let's move on to the section on polity. Now, as I said, for polity, what is recommended is NCERT 6 to 10th. So all the political science topics for NCERT 6 to 10th. Before I start, I have answers coming up. Great going. Okay, so it seems you all are in hurry. Last 2 days remaining. Okay, so let's do it at a faster pace. Okay, so the Constitution prohibits employing children below the age of 14 years. That's the correct answer. Good going. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. The next question is, what is an electoral bond? Now you have some of the definitions, just read it and I'll just scroll it further. So what is an electoral bond? So if you have read this much, let me just scroll down so that you can read the further choices. I am looking for answers for question number 2. C, great. Shivam, correct. So that's a bond that's issued in the nature of promissory note, which shall be the bearer bank's instrument and shall not carry the name of the buyer or the payee. Okay, so that's what is an electoral bond. It's an important question for this year because there was kind of election year, some of the regions elections that were witnessed. Now, who should generate a e-way bill? You have 3 of the statements, and then based on the statements you have, 4 of the statements here. Based on the statements you have which of the following are correct. So just read the statements. I'll just scroll down later. Okay, so who generates? This is Tusali, this is related to the paper 1. These questions are related to political science. That's part of your paper 1. It's not related to management. The stream that's going on is not related to management. Okay, so you have who generates an e-way bill? The registered person who causes the movement of goods and consignments. That's correct. Unregistered person who also causes the movement of goods is again correct. For the goods worth rupees more than 50,000, and transporter who is carrying goods by road, rail and airways. So all of those are the correct statements here. So for the third question, you have all of these as the correct answers. So you have a kind of statements that are given, and based on that you have to select which of the following are correct. This is the typical pattern that's usually asked for your UPSC, but is highly predictable for your NET as well. Okay, the next question here is, who has taken the oath of the office and secrecy as a member of UPSC in 2018? Recent appointment, and therefore it's important. So it's a kind of direct question, a recent appointment that has taken place for the UPSC, and it's part of your syllabus for your political science in NET. So again it's important. Looking for correct answers for question number 4. Question number 4, looking for correct answers. Okay, so I have the answers for question number 4 coming up as C, great. So Sonali, Komal, correct. So C is the correct answer. Satyavati is the correct answer for the member as a member of UPSC who has recently taken oath. The next question is a surprise question, looking for the first correct answer. For question number 5, looking for the first correct answer. And the one with the first correct answer, just drop in your address and contact us. So I won't be picking up the right person's name. You just decide and yourself send in. So question number 5, looking for the correct answer. So question number 5, correct answer. Hans Kaushik, right. So Think India is the correct answer. You have Deen Dayal Upadhyay, who was a prominent national figure, and on his name you have a general that is being devoted, and that is named as Think India. A very important question. Good, Kaushik. So the next is, Which of the following is not the consumer protection law in India? So what do you think would be the correct option for question number 6? Now we are talking about consumer protection law. So, a lot of answers coming up for 5 which are correct. Okay. Okay, Chetna, it was you. Question number 6. D, correct. So basically all of these are the consumer protection law. So it's not only the penal code, the commodities and the Bureau of Standards. So all of these, so you have none of these as the option here, since it's asking not the consumer protection law. So none of these is not the consumer protection law. So it's very important that you read the question and the choice and don't get confused if it is not here and none here. So not and none here will nullify. So that's the key idea for putting up the question here. Okay, the next question here was, what is impeachment? Now recently we have covered one of the lectures on the Chief Justice of India impeachment, very important topic. You have the 4 choices here, looking for the correct answers for question number 7. What is impeachment? You can just put in the doubts, Kritika, here as well, or you can email those at contact@Examrace, or during the live session itself you can just bring in your doubts. That would be completely fine. Okay, so question number 7, I have lot of answers coming up as C. Great. So C is the correct answer here. So it's a process by which legislative body formally levels charges against the high official of a government. The Chief Justice of India's impeachment was recently in news, and therefore it's a very important and a burning topic for your political science if there is contemporary questions coming up from that section. The next question is, US President signed an executive order banning the use of Venezuela's new cryptocurrency. What was the name of Venezuela's cryptocurrency? Now this is a question which is related to both political science and your computing section, and cryptocurrencies, bitcoins, really very important topics, so don't miss those. Question number 8, great, B. So you have Petro as the currency from Venezuela, that is the cryptocurrency of Venezuela. The next question here comes in, that's again a surprise question, looking for the first correct answer, very important question. Name of the mission mode project to digitize and make functioning of state legislatures in India to make them paperless. So you have the 4 choices here, looking for the correct answers for question number 9. The first correct answer for question number 9. You have B as the correct answer by Naina. So you have E Vidhan as the correct answer. So it's regarding the Vidhan Sabha, Vidhan Parishad. So that's the way you can remember it. So it's basically making the state legislatures paperless. So it's going electronic, and therefore E Vidhan. So from the Vidhan Sabha you have E Vidhan, and that's the way you can remember it. So you have B as the correct answer here. The next question is, which of the following is not a type of letter of credit? Now letter of credit is again important in the recent happenings. So letter of credit was in news related to the recent cases of bank guarantees that were in news. So you have for question number 10, you have 4 letter of credits that are given, and the question says which one is not. So again make sure you have not as the choice. You have travelers, commercials, revolving and confirmed, and you have the following choices. So let's see what's the correct answer for question number, what was this question number, sorry, the question number 10, okay. So question number 10, look, 4, right Ajay. So none of these is the correct choice. That means all of those are the correct letter of credits that are there. So you have 4 as the, means all these 4s are the types of letters of credit. It's basically the bank guarantee that's issued, and therefore it's again very important. It was recently in news. The next is, among the following, which one of the following will not come under the organ of the government of India? So again a very direct question from political science, question number 11. Right, question number 11, you have B as the correct answer, right? So you have Shubhangi and Shivam and lot of you. So basically the 3 pillars of the government we say is legislature, executive and judiciary. So you have legislature, executive and judiciary. So participation is the incorrect one here. So participation would be the answer. The next question here is, who recommended a committee to advise on the renovation and rejuvenation of higher education? Again, a very recent topic has been asked in various set examinations, the state set, and is therefore very important. We have covered a separate lecture on this. So yes, Professor Yashpal, Sagar is the correct, Ankita is the correct answer. Okay, so you have one of the special lectures where we have covered on Professor Yashpal. So some of the last moment revisions that I would recommend: Professor Yashpal Committee, New Policy on Education by Kasturi Ranjan, the 2016 New National Policy on Education. Then you have the various topics that we have been doing as the short classes recently, like one of those would be released shortly, that is Mudaliar Commission. So those are some of the important topics and have been asked. So Pratyush is the correct answer, Chetna. So Pratyush is the fastest supercomputer. Even if both the choices are given, Pratyush is the correct answer, Chetna, because Pratyush, both of those are basically used for weather forecasting. Both of those are supercomputers, but the recently made fastest supercomputer in India is Pratyush. Okay, so the next question here is: how many judges constitute the International Court of Justice? Again, a very direct question. Question number 13, I am looking for answers here. Question number 13. So International Court of Justice was in news. Impeachment is used for Chief Justice as well, Ajay. So we have already one of the lectures on impeachment of Chief Justice of India that has recently taken place and is important. 13B, there are a lot of C that's coming up. No, it's 15. So there are 15 judges that constitute the International Court of Justice. It's really important because recently you had one appointment from India, and it was basically to strengthen the position of India and provide a kind of more weightage to the cases that are pending in the international arena from India. So basically a kind of unbiased opinion that could be laid down. So you have 15 as the correct answer, and it has been recently in news with India, so it is really important here. In which country women do not have right to vote? Again, a very important question. Question number 14, looking for correct answers. Yes, Dalveer Bhandari. Nikita, that's correct. So it was regarding the Dalveer Bhandari's appointment for the International Court of Justice. So you have question number 14, looking for the correct options. No, it's not Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has recently allowed women for the right to vote, but the correct answer here is Vatican City. So in Vatican City, which is considered as a Catholic, under Catholic Church still, is not considered or does not provide right to vote for women. So you have Vatican City as the correct answer here. The next is, which of the following rights aim to make India a secular state? So again, one very important thing that you should go around is just read the preamble, the keywords in the preamble, the secular, socialist, sovereign. So all those words, the meaning of those words, then you have the citizenship, the various criteria for citizenship, and under the constitution, what thing has been borrowed by India from which country. So that's again one of the commonly asked conventional questions if they are coming from political science. So that's the correct answer here. So you have question number 15. I have lot of C coming up, so correct. So C is the right answer here. Coming on to the next question, under which act citizen can seek information from government offices pertaining to different activities? Recently it had been a news. It's not right to equality. It's okay. So that was a different question. You have question number 16 as no, it's not right to freedom. Okay, the correct answer here is B, correct. So you have right to information as the correct answer. So under the RTI Act, which is right to information, we can seek information from the various government offices pertaining to the functioning of those government offices. The next is, who among the following has been acknowledged as father of Indian Constitution? A kind of very direct and a simple question again. Question number 17, looking for the answers. So question number 17, looking for the correct answer. So it's B.R. Ambedkar, that's correct. So a lot of you coming up with the correct answer, great going. Okay, question number 18. Now, which among the following is not a Creative Commons license? Now, this is a thing that comes both under computing and political science arena. So again, it was important. So just look on to the choices and tell me what do you think would be the correct answer here. So which of the following is not a Creative Commons license? Question number 18. So D, correct. So you have all of those: attribution, share alike, no derivatives, and other than that you have non-commercial. So all those four are considered under the CC license, that's the Creative Commons license. Very important topic both for your political science as well as computing section. The next is, what is the age of the retirement of a judge of Supreme Court? So the judiciary section is really important this year. Again, the triple talaq issue is again important. So those are some of the important questions that are up for this year. Question number 19, correct answer is D. Sonali, Priyanka, lot of correct answers, great going. So you have 65 years as the age of retirement for the judges of Supreme Court. The next question here is, which type of challenge is involved in the foundational stage of the democracy? Now read the question very carefully. This is a kind of tricky question that's up there. So we are talking about the foundational stage of democracy. So what do you think is an issue regarding the foundational stage of democracy? Aarti, correct. So it's the constitutional design. So when you are laying the foundations, what is the important aspect here is the designing of the constitution. So you have C as the correct answer. Jahangir, Hans, great going. Okay. The next question is, who brought the idea of National Knowledge Commission? Again, a very important question. Who brought the idea of National Knowledge Commission? That's question number 21. Looking for answers for question number 21. 21, C, Sam Pitroda, great. So Khushwant and Shivam and lot of you. So Sam Pitroda is considered as the father of National Knowledge Commission in India, and he basically brought in the ideas for the National Knowledge Commission in India. Now which among these are the terms associated with the constitution? This is a very important question, and I am sure 90% of you would mark it incorrect. Question number 22, D, that's incorrect. Question number 22, a lot of D, which is incorrect. Okay, a lot of A's, that is correct. Okay, I am seeing a lot of C's as well. So that was the thing I was trying to bring in here. A lot of students are confused with this because they consider constitution, you have lots of acts that are being passed, and therefore we say it's a kind of act document. No, it's not an act document. We say it's a living document because it is constantly amended and constant changes are being brought about through amendments in the constitution, and therefore we say it's a living document. So it's a really important and a kind of very fundamental question regarding the Constitution of India. Constitution of India is something that's again kind of very important section for your polity that should be covered. Question number 23, looking for correct answers. Question number 23, looking for correct answers. So B, okay, great. So Johnson, Manvi and lot of you. So coalition is basically coming up of more than one party. So if one of the parties does not have absolute majority in the election procedure, there is a kind of two or more parties come together to form the government at the center level. The UPA government was a classic example of it. So then you have a coalition government that comes up. So you have the various group of parties that are working together as a ruling party, and that's what is known as a coalition government. So you have the next question, for how many years are the members of Rajya Sabha elected? Question number 24, looking for the correct answers. Great, Vincent, it's good that you were able to answer for the first time 5 times, okay. Great, good, congrats. Okay, question number 24, looking for the correct answers. So question number 24, the correct answer is B, lots of B's, good. Some of you have a confusion with 5 years, just to clarify this again, Lok Sabha has a tenure for 5 years, Rajya Sabha has a tenure for 6 years, it's a kind of permanent body. You have 1/3 of the members that retire every 2 years. So basically at none of the point of time you have no one in the Rajya Sabha, that's how you can consider, because it's a kind of permanent body and you have a rotation on which you have a retirement that takes place. So 6 years is the term for the members of Rajya Sabha, 5 years for Lok Sabha, and that's why we have brought up this question, because some of the students are really confused here. The last question, question number 25 for today. So you have which code deals with the cases of land records? Question number 25. Looking for answers for question number 25. No. Yes, Raki, that's correct. So it's the revenue code. So revenue code talks about land records, and that was the last question for now. So with this we cover the session on political science. As I said, NCERT 6 to 10 political science. If you have time, you can just brush that up. Along with the paper 1, just focus on your paper 2 as well. So you would have a kind of 100 questions this time, which would be a mix of paper 2 and 3 so far. So expect nearly 50% difficult questions and 50% easy questions for your paper 2. We'll be coming up with the doubt solving session. So just join us at 12:30. If you have any doubts, you can bring your doubts at the same time here. Okay. So see you and wish you a very good luck for your examination. Stay tuned for